This is a highlight month for you, Capricorn. It's October 2023, and I am looking at the stupendous Sun and Mars combination transiting currently your 10th house. The 10th house is the area directly overhead. And this is a very, very powerful position for these two fiery but active dominant planets, Sun and Mars. Now, for you, these are not what you'd call the friendliest of planets. So while I suggest that there can be some great success, definitely some achievement this month, you can achieve what it is you want and indelibly stamp your name in the annals of your company's history, perhaps, earn better, rise to the occasion, going for a new position. But because they're not friendly planets, there may be a hell of a lot more struggle involved in achieving your end. So you have to be a little bit, I guess, strategic in the way you manage your employer this month. There are ways and means to do things. As they say, there's more than one way to skin a cat, more than one way to cut it up and cook it. So it's a positive month, but you're going to have your fair share of challenges there. And this is going to really become activated after the 10th or 11th of the month, when what happens there is the new moon takes place in this 10th house. The new moon is a very positive influence. It rules the partnership sector of your horoscope, and it will be transiting that 10th house in the company of the Sun. That's hence a new moon, and then Mars. So this really activates your emotions. It makes you driven to achieve your objectives. And because the new moon signifies the opening of a new chapter, some new opportunity presenting itself, then I would say to all of you born under Capricorn, keep your eyes wide open and your ears open as well, so that you can avail yourself of any of those opportunities and pounce on them. I think they will be good ones. You are very much determined at the moment. That's, of course, to do with the retrograde transit of Pluto, which has been there in your sun sign for some time. For those of you who are born in the latter part of Capricorn, this is definitely going to be more noticeable, as Pluto is in the last 3 degrees of the sign, retrogressing back. So those of you who are born, middle of January, then this influence is powerful. You're seeing a lot of self-transformation. You're seeing a whole new perspective on your relationships. And this is possibly why you've been able to gather your energy now and direct it much more efficiently, much more pertinently in your work and towards those specific goals that you have in mind. A lot of that may also have to do with the fact that Mercury, if this is a friendly planet to you, and this shows us the way in which you can proceed if you are being challenged by what I said earlier. It's education, broadening, deepening, expanding your skill sets. Mercury's in the 9th house of educational pursuits, tertiary education. Learning new skills is the way forward for you. You have the month starting off with a lovely, emotional, generous moon and Jupiter conjunction in your 5th house. 5th house is love affairs. The moon is also an emotional planet, as I said earlier, regulating your marital affairs. The 5th house, that could be a resurgence of love for your partner if you're in a relationship. It can be the start of a new relationship, or it can be a reinvigoration of your creative enterprises. You'll feel an emotional bond with what it is you've traditionally done creatively. I've had that experience. I love creating music. I don't do it as a profession generally, but there are times where I'm just completely dry. There's no impetus, there's no spark. It's like a creative block. And that may have been something that's happening to you. Your ruling planet, Saturn, is also retrograde in the third house of your mind. Possibly it's your thinking patterns that have created this. You're thinking that you're not creative, therefore you are not creative, rather than turning that around and shifting it and going, you know what? I think my creativity's changing and there's something different in there. Now let me go after it. So it's a matter of changing your attitude to this creative block, and you're putting your best foot forward. It may not be easy, as I said. You're challenged in your work. I think these same energies are dynamically undermining some of your creative processes, but that doesn't mean the tap is completely turned off. You just have to turn it on a little bit harder to squeeze out those creative juices at this time. You know, it's an exciting month. It's when the sun transits in this upper part of the horoscope, your reputation can grow. So I think this month for you, Capricorn, is about, just going for it, not being afraid to ask for what you want. If it's a new position, if it's even better money, retaining the same role, now is the time to approach your boss. As I said, some challenges, but I think you'll get the respect and your reputation is going to rise dramatically after this new moon period. Now, get on over to astrology.com.au. There's more there. You got to get the steak knives as well. Just have a look at what's going on there, because it's an adjunct to what I've said here. And then all I ask is that you subscribe. Tell your friends about our channel. And I look forward to your company next month here for your November reading. Look after yourselves. Bye-bye now.